Is your healthcare practitioner or provider afraid to tell you, I don't know? Peace. What's poppin', my peoples? It's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, the pad, representing the House of Genesis. It's funny to me how many people don't know that the pad stands for the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. And when we be in conversations, and I'll be like, yeah, you just come to the pad, yeah, the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit is open till, and they be like, oh, okay. Oh, I can roll up and all that. Okay. And then they'd be like, oh, that's what the pad stand for. And I find that funny. So that's why I like the pad, you know what I'm saying? The Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Y'all ain't know. But anyway, so I just wanted to come on and kick it, you know what I'm saying? Before I headed out, got to my education and shit. Y'all know that I've been taking some time to focus on the integrity and the regulations and the things to be held accountable for within the alternative healthcare practitioner. For those of y'all know, I've been in the psychedelic community for over 20 years. And if you've watched that community in Detroit, you will have seen a lot of changes, a lot of things that have happened, a lot of things that have went from underground into we're out here and we're known, right? And with that, there's been a lot of growth and development and connections and operations that have been unregulated. We don't regulate ourselves enough in some of these communities. And so, what I watched the psychedelic community go through in my city was so disappointing to me that I wanted to make sure that we started off with standards and accountability and regulations within the alternative healthcare practitioner everywhere, basically, so that the alternative healthcare field doesn't start to be contaminated like the psychedelic community is. So, with that being said, there's things that I've witnessed take place in other communities and things that I want to keep from happening into the alternative healthcare realm of things, right? So, with that being said, I've been bringing in a system of accountability that's neutral, that we can all use, that we can all bear witness to, pay attention to, keep ourselves in a what I would like to call it a righteous standing, right? And so one of those things, I've been video after video kind of tapping in and sharing different things that I want people to be aware of when choosing your alternative health practitioner, because that's another thing. There's no way that I can serve everybody. It's a lot of challenges and competition in the realms of the entheogenic community, and we don't need that in the alternative health community. All of us operate different medicines. All of us operate different modalities. There's no need for me to challenge or compete for a client, right? So this is the type of energy that we want to keep out of alternative healthcare, right? And so with that, like I said, there's a few things that we've been focusing on, and today's that I want to speak about is, if you are a practitioner, then this pertains to you. And if you are a person who seeks out, uses alternative health practitioners, this is for you when you are finding your next healthcare associate or practitioner. And that is, are they scared to tell you that they don't know? Will they admit to you that they don't know what you're talking about? What your disease is, what your ailment is. Understand that when we teach our classes at Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, one of the things that we tell our practicing or our training practitioners is, don't be afraid to tell your clients, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what that is. What I've seen is a lot of people are ego-driven, and that they think, or have this idea in their mind that if they share with you that they don't know, it's going to make them look incompetent. Well, Let me tell y'all, after all of my years of being in this community, it does not make you look incompetent to let a person know, I don't know. It actually gives the ability for individuals to see how intelligent you are, how diligent you are. So when I'm dealing with clients and they come and we sit down having the intake, and they start to reveal to me the different things that they're going through, the different things that they have, or whatever. When somebody names something that I've never heard of, that's what I say. What is it again? Oh, wow. I've never heard of that. Do you know how to spell it? Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So what did they tell you that was? And I'm going to leave you at that. That would be my last question. And I will let you know, all right, we'll dig. So right here where we're at, we're going to pause because I actually have absolutely no idea what that disease or that ailment is that you just said you had, right? So what I need you to give me is I need you to give me at least 72 hours. I never ask for more than that. Give me 72 hours. Give me 3 days. I only need 1. You know what I'm saying? Those 3 days is so that we can go and do our research. So we can go do our study. So research means to search again. Let me say that. Research. Yeah, somebody else already searched it. You research it. That's the point. Somebody else, everything that we research, something's going on over here. Everything that we research has already been searched by somebody else. They have their understanding, they have their output and their view on it, and they've put it out there. They've searched it. Now you can research it. You're going to go from your own point of view, your own judgments, your own reading, your own, right? So you are going to incorporate what you found in your search because you know what you're looking for. Somebody else who already searched, they were looking for something else. And they found something that correlates to what you're looking at. So never ever stop at somebody else's research. Research does not mean to Google and then see what it say and then you're done. No, research means to search again. Now, let's be clear. If people come to me and they have an ailment that I've heard of, a disease that I've heard of, a sickness or some type of debilitating experience that they're going through that I'm aware of, I'll still research some more. That's why it's called research. Because whoever that individual is, they're going through it for a different reason. It was brought into their body for a different reason. It was allowed to take over in their system for a different reason. And so when I say that healing is intimate and healing is custom, this is the area I'm coming into. There is no cookie cutter. There is no, oh, I have this, that, and the other. Oh, okay, you're going to do this, that, and this. That's not how that goes. And if it is, you're not doing your practitioner rights. You're not doing your duties correctly. No shame. Just saying, that's not the way that works. Somebody doesn't come tell you what they got, and then you tell them what to do. That's cookie cutter medicine. Don't do that. They might as well go to Western medicine if that's the case, because now you're just trying to force your own idea of something instead of bringing their body into a homeostasis state. Right? Does that make sense? So, as a practitioner, you should never, ever be afraid to admit that you don't know. Honestly, what I would call my greatest testimonial up till now, started with an individual who came and told me they had multiple myeloma cancer. And I was like, myeloma, I've never heard of that one. I don't know what that is. So give me 3 days, but I'll get back at you. I had no idea at all what that was. And I went and I started studying. Me and my homeboys, we was at the crib, we hanging out, smoking, you know what I'm saying, looking through books, because that's what we do. I mean, ain't that what everybody do? When they sitting around smoking and shit, they read and study and shit, right? But anyway, you know, weed smokers, they're stupid. But while we flipping through the book, because I had went to do other things. And this day, the next day, while we were sitting, I was looking up something totally different. And as I'm looking, flipping through my book, reading, he out of nowhere says, yo, OG, check this shit out. it says if you mix these two venoms together in this, that it creates a venom or a cocktail that will target multiple myeloma. And I'm reading something else, and I'm like, word, man, that's crazy. I think that's like skin cancer or something. And I went back to what I was doing. He's and him, instead of taking my word for it, he went and researched what is, wait a minute. And when he said something, oh man, no, this is something about the bones and bone cancer. I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, melanoma is what I was thinking of. And I went back to what I was doing. And when he said it, I was like, wait a minute. I said, let me see that. And he gave it to me. I got to, oh, boom. It led me to, right? So then I went and started looking up, researching, reading about all of this. I already got the watch what you say. I already got what we need to use to address it, right? But now I'm looking at all the rest of everything, including what this is, how it works, how it's spread, how it operates, all of this, right? I was able to call her the next day, like, yo, I got good news and I got great news. She said, what's the good news? The good news is I now understand exactly what the disease is, and I know what we need to challenge it, to battle it, to fight it. Well, what's the great news? The great news is I got both of the venoms right here at the house, and we can start your journey tomorrow. Y'all see how I'm pausing to make sure I use the right words? That'll forever be as a practitioner until it's just down. Never use certain words, right? So I tell her, yo, we can get started, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. She like, bet. Within 3 months, I think it was 3 months, she went back to the hospital. Tumor gone. They canceled the appointment that they had her scheduled for to remove to her ribs because the rate of deterioration in her bones was going to cause her ribs to start breaking off in her body. They canceled that and then said, yo, you cancer free. We both was fucked up, right? And but my point is that started with me telling my client, I have absolutely no idea what that is. And when I share these things, this is what's made me start this campaign of talking about these things, is the different people that will come over here, these clients and the people that I'm sitting with, and I'll be talking to them, and they'll be amazed. They'll be amazed that I'm saying this. What do you mean? I mean, I'm just amazed that you're actually telling me that you will tell one of your clients you don't know what something is. Yeah. Another one was amazed that I tell my clients, no, you might want to do the Western medicine, right? I'm not an anti-Western medicine practitioner. I'm not trying to convince them to stay away from that at all means, right? Another situation I had, somebody came to me, another cancer client, and they was like, yo, I heard about, and I'm like, yeah, snake venom, da-da-da-da-da. They was like, well, I'm a little bit, but I kind of like this. Let's lean into it. But I'm a little nervous about it. I said, well, okay. Well, if you're nervous, let's keep, the Western medicine too, and we can deal with the alternative. You still not sure if you want to do Western or alternative, I tell you what you do. You do a month of alternative. If we see some improvement, well, go ahead and move forward. If you don't, then you can switch over to Western. She said, okay, cool. Started the snake venom. A couple weeks in, the Western medicine people call it, the hospital. They say, hey, it's time for you to get your chemotherapy port put in so that when we start the chemo, you'll already be set up. Now, mind you, she's a couple weeks in the snake venom at this time. So she comes to me, she said, hey, they want me to put a port in me. What should I do? Now, from my point of view, most practitioners would be like, man, fuck that Western shit. Don't put that port in. You're not going to do that medicine. You know what I'm saying? Stick with this venom. You're going to be good. I was like, well, look, getting the port put in does not mean you're starting anything, right? Getting the port put in just means that if you decide to switch up, you're already ready. So I would say, go ahead and get the port put in. People were like amazed that I told her that. Well, let's carry on. So a month goes by. And, we've been going hard at the venoms and things. She goes in for a checkup. And when she went the first time, I think it was 2.2 centimeters or something like that. And at the next checkup, it was like 2.8, maybe 3, right? So what does that mean? That means that this is not working the way that we need it to. This is not effective for your system, your body, what's going on, because we've been a month in, and instead of shrinking or disappearing, which always, like, I've never had a month or two of venoms and you go back and anything has grown. So that's letting us know that this is not working. Guess what? No problem. You already got your port put in. You ain't got to wait another 4 to 6 weeks to start your medicine. You can now go and start your Western medicine tomorrow, next week, right? And that person took that chemotherapy, and that's been a couple months, and now they are, you know what I'm saying, they are good. You understand what I'm saying? Who are we to say what somebody should or shouldn't do? We are here to offer an alternative. When you are an alternative health practitioner and you have a client comes to you and you tell them the doctors are trying to kill them, Western medicine ain't shit, and don't do none of that because it's poison. First of all, so is snake venom. The difference of poison and medicine is the dosage. Anyway, carrying on. They like, whose team is you on, nigga? Right? If you explain all of this to them, your alternative choice now became the only choice. If you destroy their idea of possible healing and then have none for them to have, yours didn't work. Now what do? Oh, well, you're going to tell them now, oh, well, go and do the chemo then. You already told them it's poison, it's going to kill them. Fuck that. The doctors and the hospitals and the Western medicine has been plotting to kill you all your life. You black, don't you know who Sarah Bartman is? Listen, if you do, don't do, yours don't work. Now they are scared and they think they're going to die. You have literally fucked up their placebo. I invite you, if you're a practitioner, leave people's placebo alone. You are an alternative choice. That's it. You're not here to speak on the other choices. Let me tell y'all what we call that in the streets. We call that play hating. We call that play hating. Don't listen. If you get your PhD, don't let it be in play hating dickhead. What do you mean? I mean that, okay, oh, I think Shorty fly. I met her at school. She works a job. He thinks Shorty fly. He met her at the job. We both asked around on a date. Then we both hanging out with our partner. My partner, he go to school. My partner, he got a job. They the same dudes. They hanging out. They talking. Hey, bro, man, I met the little fly chick at school, man. Brooklyn, she fine in the motherfucker, boy. I'm going to get at her, man. Man, that's crazy. I met a little chick at a job named Brooklyn, man. But the chick you talking about ain't got shit on her. This little motherfucker, 5'5", dark skin, fat ass, little woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. So what's the one I'm talking about? You talking about, bro? She got the little oh, damn, bro. You trying to get at her too? Yeah, me too. Dig. From that point on, it is what it is, right? But if I be like, hey, you go to what school? You know, I got a homeboy who go to that school, man. What that nigga like? Oh, man, Quincy, yeah. Quincy, with dress? Yeah, you know Quincy with dress? Get out of here. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, me, his baby mama, his girlfriend, we go way back. Yeah. His girlfriend. Yeah, man, he got mad hoes. You know, he be, that's my nigga. He got shit. He'll fuck 2, 3 of them, but he got a girl at the crib, you know what I'm saying? But his baby mama don't know. But anyway, you ain't got nothing about none of that, though. You know, dog, you a hater. You ain't never had to speak that man's name. Meanwhile, Quincy taking her out. He worried about who she is, what she like to do, what you want to do. He trying to get down with her, and you over there trying to scare him away from her. Why? Because you feel intimidated by Quincy. You know Quincy that deal. He a real dude. You know what I'm saying? He got his shit together. He got his own crib, got his own source of income. He on his shit. You, on the other hand, you not like that. So don't be that. Quincy is the alternative healthcare. That's the one who we are. We ain't gotta hate. We ain't gotta say their name. Let them hate on us. You thinking about doing what? Man, listen, man, that shit, man, people die from that shit. And it's not FDA approved. And you if you ever tell the Western medicine what the alternative things you're doing, they're gonna start hating. They're gonna start hating because you fucking with Quincy. Yeah, we Quincy. Don't be them. Be Quincy, okay? Be a Quincy out here, all right? So with that being said, don't be an alternative healthcare practitioner who hates on Western medicine, because the truth of the matter is you can't diagnose. You're not even allowed to. Fuck if you have the skill, you're not allowed to. What does that mean? What are you helping them with on their health journey? What are you helping them with? What are you assisting them with on their health journey? Because you can't be treating them to cure a disease. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So when they go to the Western medicine places and say, hey, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, and I'm feeling, the Western people have what? Technology that we don't have. Now, if you have MRI machines, CAT scans, ultrasound machines, X-ray machines, all of that in your alternative healthcare clinic, shit, fuck Western medicine. But if you ain't got none of that in your clinic, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, humble yourself. Like, shit, listen, go on over there with Quincy, hang out with him, because he's real good at telling you your astrology. I don't know astrology. See, I ain't got to hate on Quincy, because I already know I'm flyer than him. You ain't going to go too much further because he can't even provide you with. But on that astrology shit, oh, yeah. So, same thing. On that, letting them know what's going on in their body. Now, there are some tools out here. There's the body scanner and, you know, a lot of different things like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping if that's what people using and all of that. But what I'm saying is we don't have a reason to have to hate on them because we can actually get it. Because I'm going to tell you, when I'm dealing with my clients, a lot of time we're looking for markers, right? So we're looking for viral counts to go down. We're looking for, you know, ultrasounds to show, you know, the different cancers or the different things that might be seen in the body, the different scans, right? So we might do our 3-month walk, our 90 days. And after that, I say, yo, go get everything read. That's what we're talking about. Go see the Western medicine peoples. Tell them you need your blood work drawn. You need your this checked. You need that checked. We need to see where this is at so we can see what type of progress we're on. So we can see if we're finished or not. You know what I'm saying? So those types of things, we got to be, you know, we just got to stay in our lane. We don't have to, you got to remember, they came to you as an alternative on their own. You never have to do no convincing or projecting or injecting into these people's consciousness to scare them away from Western medicine. That's not your job. Your job is to be an alternative. If a woman is dating somebody or whatever, and she's looking for somebody else, you don't sit there and try to talk to her about the other person she's seeing. Like, you know, I'm from the poly realms. So if I'm sitting and I'm speaking to a woman who has a mate, I'm never speaking down on them. Never, ever. Because you're fucking up their placebo. Let them run their shit. If a person has a problem with Western medicine, let it has come from their experience, their gut, and their mindset, as opposed to yours. Because if it comes from theirs, you can support them in that. Even then, I don't get on them with, I know, right? Them motherfuckers ain't eating. No. I can support you in that. You understand what I'm saying? But be cautious of that. So, you know, that is what I want to talk about today. You know, just practitioner, like that's part of the practitioner integrity, is being able to tell your client, I don't know what that is. Give me 72 hours. Because in 72 hours, when you come back and you explain what it is, how it got there, how it spreads, how it's reversed, how it stopped, what the way it eats is, with the way it replicates, their person's going to be like, wait a minute. Just 3 days ago, you told me you don't know nothing about this shit. And now you know all of that. You're like, yeah, it's actually a opportunity for you to show why that person should be your client. Okay? But if they tell you, I got this, yeah, the doctor tells you what that was, right? Yeah, they say it's where like this and this and that go through your brain. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, exactly. Right. Yeah. Stop it. You over there, stop, man, with the false flag and the shit, man. You don't know what it is. You're really interested in hearing more. Right? You want to tell me more? If not, just give me a few days. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to go and study it. I'm going to research. All of those are different things. Looking it up, studying it, researching it. Studying it, that's pulling out your own shit. Researching it is pulling out what others have said about it and starting from there and going into it. These are different forms of study. You know what I'm saying? And they all can be applied, and a person might even say should be applied, but that's different upon every situation. Some things are pretty much cut and dry, and some things have developmental curves to them, you know. So, but yo, just again, wanted to bring back some integrity, bring back some foundation, bring back some regulation, and bring back some accountability to these spaces. The alternative health practitioners realm will not be contaminated anymore. We're going to do more cleaning and straightening up of the things that have been left unattended. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. I hope that's what you're here for. If you want to learn more, you want to get trainings, or you just want to see what's going on, www.venompractitioners.org, like organization, or if you want to check out more of what I do, sincere7.com. Follow us on Facebook, Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. And as always, tell somebody you love them in the language that they can what? Understand it in. Peace.